Okay, sorry about that.
This meeting of the Majority Minority Redistricting Subcommittee is called to order on Saturday, June 11th at 9:06 a.m. We'll begin with a roll call. Adrian Kissy. Adrian,
Oh, present.
Constance Graves,
Present.
Dominic Mazza,
Present.
Donna Bullock,
Present.
Kashana Owens Cody,
Present.
Larry Malden,
Present.
Naseem Ramdani,
Present.
Jeffrey Weiss,
Present.
Marissa Zanfardino.
Hi, I'm here.
Okay, did I get everyone? I think I did.
I think you missed Larry.
Oh, Larry Malden.
No, she got him. She
You
got
got me.
him.
They're present.
Okay, so you're present twice today.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So Donna had sent minutes to everyone of our last meeting. Did everyone get a chance to look at them?
Yes.
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 Okay, Donna, did you see that I sent some minor changes?
No, when did you send them?
Yesterday or the day before?
Mm-mm. Because I was on the email last night, but we all know our email.
Oh,
Wait,
Let's see. Ba, 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 ba.
oh, I do not see
The
them.
last email I had from you was after I sent them and you said you would review them. Let me see if it's in
So
one of the
yeah,
places.
I don't see it.
The one that you sent me?
Yeah, I thought I had sent it.
Well, let me see if it's hiding someplace where.
Well, if it's hiding, it's well hid. Because I don't even see it.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't see it. I had
Okay.
some, hold on a second. I had just some minor typos.
Okay.
So under where, under the,
Hold up.
the item,
Let me pull them up.
okay.
Email in my minutes folder. Money paid. June 4. Give me a break. Okay, let's just do it this way. Documents.
Is it the June 4th minutes or the May
Yes, June
28th
4th.
minutes?
June 4th. I'm opening them now. Do you have them, Marie?
Yeah. So
Okay.
under where it says meeting minutes, there's a date in there, May 7th, 2022. Should that be May 28th?
Okay. All right.
Under item 5, community engagement forums, Nicole's name is misspelled. It's with an E, not an I.
Okay.
And under discussion, mapping discussion update
Oh, that's back up.
on
Uh-huh.
the first line, it says the data relating. You just need to add two, relating
Okay.
to.
Got it.
So that was all I had.
Okay.
So if there are no other comments about the minutes, can I get a motion that the minutes be approved with the amendments discussed?
I move that the minutes from June 4, 2022 meeting be adopted as amended.
I second it.
It has been properly moved and second that the minutes of June 4th, 2022 be approved with the amendments. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Aye. The motion has carried. Okay, next up, we have legal update discussion. Jeff, do you have
Okay,
anything?
well, good morning, everyone.
Morning.
In the
Good morning.
legal field, good morning. Yesterday, the appellate division in Manhattan ordered that the state assembly map enacted in February be used for the primary on June 28th, but also directed a lower court judge in Manhattan to have a new assembly plan for 2024 elections. So that the matter goes back to the trial judge, who has several options. He can do the simplest, which is to take the invalidated map and make it a court-ordered map. He can appoint a special master to draw a map similar to what happened with congressional and state senate districts. Or there could be an effort to try to reconstitute the state independent redistricting commission and have them agree on an assembly map that the legislature can then vote on. But it's not quite clear whether that commission can be reconstituted because it's already met all of it's passed all of its 2022 deadlines to do certain actions. So that's going to be happening. Doesn't affect Albany County. And I don't know if I mentioned last week, but before the legislature adjourned last weekend, both chambers enacted or approved the John R. Lewis New York State Voting Rights Act, which creates a new cause of action or reason to bring a lawsuit based on vote dilution claims. And right now, to create a minority district under federal law, we all are, I think, familiar with the three-part test: the 50% large enough, the cohesive voting, and the polarized voting test that we've been working under. What the legislation at the state level does is expands that to include many other causes of action, including simply creating coalition districts, which federal law does not require, but state law, should Governor Hochul sign it, would. And I don't think this would impact what you're doing either, because you were already doing that kind of districting. So I'll just mention this as something to be aware of, but it really won't impact Albany County redistricting, since all the different standards in the state bill are those you are already considering. There's also no indication that Governor Hochul will, in the end, sign the bill. It's going to take several weeks or months before a decision is made, but it's something you should just be aware of. But I think whenever when the map is final and we draft a report, depending on the status of whether this bill becomes law or not, we can reference that in the spirit of the John R. Lewis Voting Rights Act, the maps developed by the Albany County Commission, meet the standards in the state bill. And interestingly, the state bill essentially incorporates the spirit of what Judge Kahn wrote about in his 2015 decision on creating districts that aren't just factoring the Black population, but also the Hispanic population. And that's being done. Perhaps that you've done so far. Any questions?
Excuse me, was there any movement on the governor signing or extending the open meetings
Oh,
laws?
good question. There is indication from the Committee on Open Government State Office that the governor is likely on June 14th to extend that law. But the decision won't be announced until that day. The Albany County Legislature should, at a July meeting, if the governor does not take action of its own to permit hybrid meetings to continue, but that's not going to happen until July. But I just leave it on good faith that from what I heard from the Open Meetings Committee, that we may hear some good news on extending Zoom meetings past June 14th.
So the ACRC is planning to meet in person on Monday.
I believe they're going to do a hybrid meeting.
They're going to do it hybrid.
Well, there'll be availability for people to watch via Zoom, as I will. And just as a reminder, if the meetings are held via Zoom, for a member of a commission to participate as part of a quorum or vote, then the location of that member's, the location needs to be posted to a website and public access needs to be provided. But that's just the law on the books. We haven't gotten to that stage yet.
So when you say the ACRC is doing a hybrid meeting, it was my understanding that they were gonna do Monday's meeting virtual as they have been doing it.
Right. I mean, I would just say.
Yeah, based on the June 14th date.
Right. I'm sorry. I meant that they're doing it via Zoom.
Yeah.
Well, how can they do it based on something that hasn't happened yet?
No, they could still have a meeting on Monday via Zoom because the current law extends until the 14th.
Okay, I thought it was earlier that it had expired already.
Yeah, the
Okay.
meeting is,
Right, I
well,
thought it
the
expired.
original law that the legislature approved expired on June 8th, but through an
Right.
executive order, the governor extended it to through June 14th.
Okay.
Yeah,
one thing-
Tom Klingon found the
Mhm.
executive order that talked about June 14th. I thought he had sent it to everybody. I'll email it to y'all.
Hmm.
Um, Uh, So everybody should be included in redistricting commission emails. Did everybody not get it?
I received it.
I received it.
Yeah, I probably got it.
Yeah,
Okay, so if,
I didn't look
if
at it.
anybody didn't get it, because
Oh, yeah, here it is.
yeah, he included a copy of the executive order.
okay.
Yay. Okay.
And then I just sent another email that Jeff has sent. So if there is nothing else. Oh, so, Arkbridge, several weeks ago had indicated that they weren't gonna be here, for this meeting because they had a graduation ceremony.
Oh, okay.
So, also on Wednesday at 6 o'clock, we will have our normal mapping meeting. The following week, Wednesday, Arkbridge needs to adjust the meeting. And they are requesting to do it on Friday, that Friday, which would be June 24th.
At what time?
Normally we would do it at 6 o'clock, but I guess we were gonna try to see, based on discussion with Kashana, whether we could do the meeting earlier than 6 o'clock.
Let's see, the 24th.
Yes, yeah, Friday, the 24th.
That's the weekend of high school graduation. I know I won't be available.
Okay. I'm open on the 24th.
So am I.
We have a graduation on the 24th.
Can we do it earlier? Or
Oh, that's what I was just talking about, whether or not we would be able to do it earlier in the day.
I can.
Okay,
I can do it too.
I would
can.
be, I would be available except for 10:30 to about 12:30. I have a conflict.
Okay.
all right, so I will, talk to Arkbridge and see what their availability for earlier time is. And then I will get back to everybody.
Okay, and the meeting for this Wednesday is at 6?
Yeah, so the meeting on the 15th will be at 6 o'clock.
Are all the meetings on Wednesdays at 6 o'clock? I seem to have had 7 o'clock for some reason.
Yeah, I think we did one of them at 7
Okay.
previously, but they're scheduled for 6.
Okay, thank you.
what on Wednesday I have my board meeting at 6 o'clock. I probably will be a little late.
Okay. So with Arkbridge, I had a phone conversation with them.
Mhm.
They're gonna be providing us with data on the last maps that were submitted by Lars Dahl in the next mapping meeting. They're also gonna be providing me copies of the maps, any maps that are not on the website. So we need to have a discussion. So there's several maps that we looked at. Most of them are published on the website. I think there's 2 that are not published on the website. So as they are draft maps that we reviewed and that we considered, I'm thinking that any maps that we reviewed and considered, that we should publish them on the website.
Mhm. Yeah, I would agree.
Okay,
So people know that we did in fact review them.
okay. So,
I agree on that too.
So do I.
So do
Okay.
I.
So do I.
okay, so Arcbridge is gonna provide me with all of the maps so that any that have not yet been published on the website can be published on the website. The last time I looked, I also couldn't find the earlier maps on the website. I need to look at it again more closely, but if they're not there, I'm gonna be asking IT to put them back, because I don't think any of them should come off.
Oh, no, I would agree.
Yeah, I think our labels of the maps are like, I don't know how to make, like, maybe we make it that it's like MMD, Arcbridge. Because when they were kind of buried. I don't know if anybody else has been trying to look at the
Mhm.
maps. I don't know if that's why, Marie, you couldn't find it, but it felt like they're kind of buried with everybody's maps. I don't know how to call out that they're the ones that we've reviewed too.
Yeah, because I think as they put more and more stuff on that main page, they've had to like move some things around.
Yes.
And so some stuff that was prominently displayed, now it's not there on that main page and you have to like look for it. So I will look at
Yeah.
that and I will make sure that once I get the other maps from Arcbridge, I will make sure all the maps are there.
I was gonna say, is there any way, I understand it's due to like space that they're moving things around, but is there any way like we could have ours someplace, but with a link to them on the main page?
Okay.
If there, if there's an issue of space, so that, all of ours are at least together.
Okay.
Yeah, or even if they can move them to like our MMD page. I don't know if that's an option, but the MMD page just has our bios and our bylaws. But if they could put our maps there too, or a link to our maps, that may help too.
Our minutes could go on that page too.
Yeah, yep.
All right, so I'll look at that and I guess just making sure, I mean, they should be labeled as what they are.
Mhm.
Draft Plan A, Draft Plan A revised, Draft Plan, how they were labeled, so I'll work on that with Jennifer Cross. I did get a large copy of the Plan D map from Staples, so I do have that. I'm working out reimbursement with Nicole. I went to take her the receipt yesterday and got there and had left it here on the couch, so
Oh, no.
that didn't work out real well. So I'm gonna take it to her on Monday. For the South, well, I guess if there's nothing else on the mapping stuff that we were just talking about, then we can move to public hearings and community engagement.
Maria, I have one question on Arc Ridge. When you talked with them, did they say anything about their progress working on the reconstituted elections data? I know that we put them in touch with Dr. Hanley probably Monday or Tuesday with more instruction, but I haven't heard back since
Yeah,
then.
they just said that they were still working on it.
Okay, thank you.
So the next public hearing is scheduled for June 30th, which is a Thursday at 5 o'clock. So next week, we will be working with Nicole to put the flyers together and make sure that the advertisement of that hearing gets done. And then, community engagement. So I thought yesterday, so the registration for the South End Night Market is still with Nicole. And part of the holdup has been that, I guess, the credit card that she uses to pay for stuff was almost maxed out, and she had to request a replenishment of her credit card. What we were trying to do with the South End Night Market, there's like, I think there's 3 different tiers that you can register for. The first was just a table. I think the first is like just tabling. The second one was tabling, social media, and some other stuff. And the third one was tabling, social media, advertisements, and some other stuff like that. So I had requested that Nicole seek tier 2 for us. She has the registration information and she has all the information about the South End Night Market. So she just needed to be able to have the funds to do it, which she was working on. And once that's done, it'll give us the ability to be at the South End Night Market like every week after that. So hopefully by like Monday, hopefully it'll be done. And we can participate next Thursday. It's every Thursday. Then I also know we have Juneteenth coming up that we're going to be doing with the African American Cultural Center. Larry, do you want to say anything additional about that?
Well, yes, I've already talked with Trayvon, and I've been assured that we will have a table and a space. They didn't indicate a cost to me. I don't know if they're doing this just pro bono for. I know the other vendors, there is a cost for other vendors to participate, but when I mentioned it to him, he just said, "Okay, we'll get you a table, Larry," and that was that. I will check with him to see. I think they may just let us do it for free as a kind of a gesture to provide information to the community because they truly believe this is something the community needs to be made aware of.
Okay. So
Yeah.
yeah, if you could just follow up on that and just let me know. So if there's any cost issues, we could get that taken care of.
Okay,
What's the date of Juneteenth?
the 18th.
The
Next week.
18th, okay,
Next Saturday, isn't it?
yes.
Yes, yes.
And what time does it start, Larry?
They usually have people starting to set up around 10, 11. They start around 12. So you can get me the stuff, get me the maps or whatever you want, and I'll go down and set it up. I'll have the tables set up and get it. Do we have easels or
Yes, I still have the two easels.
okay? Well, you you want me to stop by and get whatever you want. So because I'm gonna be down there, I plan to go down there early, so I can get down there and set up for us.
Yeah, so we could coordinate that.
Okay. Now we having one or two maps, just the one map.
Wow, we could have three because the ones that we have the large maps are of our Plan A, revised Plan A, and Plan D.
Okay. Whichever, however you want to do it. If you want three maps, I'll make sure we have a space big enough to accommodate three maps and a table.
So, I mean, we don't have to show all three, but that's what the possibility is right now.
Okay.
Kashana, Donna, do y'all have anything else on community engagement?
I don't.
Out to oops, sorry.
Were you saying something, Kashana?
Oh yeah, I haven't heard back from the North Legion Post. I did leave a message. I did send a text. I did send an email. Just haven't heard back. And then we haven't heard back from the gentleman that we're managing the Latin Fest.
So no responses to those three emails that you sent?
Nope. I'll look to see if their phone numbers were listed. I know their emails were, but we didn't get any responses from the emails. But I can look to see if their phone numbers were there and then just try to call by phone.
Okay. So this week, I'm gonna work with Nasim to send out emails to all the churches and the community organizations. That includes a link to the survey. The survey is on the website. And I asked that they move it to the main page. It was on the MMD page, but it wasn't that visible to me. So I wanted it moved to the main page. Actually, I could look and see if they took care of that.
Marie, you did mention one time about going back to the things about just a spot during the morning services at some churches. And if you want to do that in preparation of the June 30th public hearing, you know, I can at least check with Mount Calvary.
So, Yes, we should do that. So if you could check with Mount Calvary and see if they will allow us to come there and talk to the congregation for like 5 minutes or less.
Okay. Okay.
Donna, can you also do that at
Yes,
Macedonia?
yes.
And Adrian, can you also do that at Wilborn?
Of course.
So I think if we try to do it for this next Sunday coming up,
You mean Sunday the 19th or Sunday the 12th?
so the 12th is tomorrow.
Tomorrow,
I'm not
yes.
sure how doable that is.
No, I was just seeking clarification. You're talking
but-
about next Saturday, next Sunday, a week from tomorrow.
I mean, if tomorrow was doable and somebody was willing to do that, I mean, it can certainly happen tomorrow, but if not, then next Sunday.
Okay.
Does anyone else have any church connections where we might be able to put in an appearance there? Going once, going twice?
Well, I think that's the kind of thing, if you make a call
Yeah,
and explain what you want to do, then they would probably grant that. It would just be a matter of calling the church. Because you could do it, actually, you're looking at, you have two possible Sundays. You have the 19th and the 26th, which, you
Right.
know, both of those are before the June 30th public hearing, so.
right. So, and it really only needs to be one person there. I mean, at most there would be two. So it's not like everybody would need to be available at every place. So I looked at the webpage and they did put the survey on the first page, but I still think it can be more visible. So I'm gonna ask them to move it up. See. So can everybody see this?
Yes.
Yes.
So it's on the page. Wait a minute. So it's on the page, but it's pretty far down. So this is the page and it's pretty far down at the bottom here. I'm gonna ask them to move it up.
I haven't seen it.
Mm-mm.
Where is?
So the survey.
Right over here. It's right over. Yeah.
Yeah, the survey is right here.
Oh, yeah. Like, why can't it be like one of those blue boxes?
I mean, it
Oh,
could be,
yeah.
yeah, it could be a blue box.
I
Or
mean,
or it could even be like right after this, provide your input, meetings and hearings page box.
yeah, but your eyes are drawn to those blue boxes.
Yeah, if you scroll all the way down. I mean, you wouldn't see those blue boxes until you scrolled all the way down.
Yeah.
So I would like it to be visible where people can see it without having to scroll all the way down. So I'll work on that. Buzz there takes like, what, like a minute and a half, no more than 2 minutes to complete it.
Mhm.
It's only like 9 questions. And so the maps, like if you go here, you see the map Plan D, but you don't see any of the other maps. So
Mhm.
I don't really
Mhm.
know where they went. Oh, here they go.
Mm.
One, 2, 3, 4.
So this right here is draft Plan A and B.
One, 2.
But they need to say what they are, especially
Yeah,
Right.
that was about to say,
especially
'cause that's not clear.
since there's like 2 Bs, a C, and a D.
Mm.
Well, and plus we looked at other maps too. We looked at Lars's maps. We've looked at,
Well, those
we looked,
maps are there. If you go to
were they in the public submission?
submissions,
Okay.
Mhm.
yeah, all of
Mhm.
those maps are there. And any written testimony is there. And so if you go here,
No, I was looking back where it said it had Lars and it had him as League of Women Voters.
so, oh, right here.
And up above,
Yeah, that was testimony that he submitted, and maybe he submitted the testimony on behalf of the league, but not the
I
map.
thought he was clear, and because I thought initially we thought he was representing the League of Women Voters, and he subsequently indicated that he was not. Just to make it clear on the record that he was submitting as John Q. Public.
Yeah, I thought that too.
So I don't know. I'll talk to Patricia about that. I mean, she works at the League of Women Voters.
Right.
and
As does he.
And she's probably the one who had it
I-
put like that. So I'll talk to her.
Okay. I'm pretty
It's,
sure in one of those meetings, I have it in my notes where he clarified the fact that he was not representing the League of Women Voters.
I believe it was at that time. I believe the first time he spoke to us, he did say he was with the League of Women Voters with the first public
Yeah,
hearing.
yeah. One
After
time
the-
he did.
After
Yeah, but-
that, he said, I'm no longer,
No,
going forward, he wasn't with them, but the first
no.
submission he made, I thought he said he was representing them, but
Well, what happened, the first submission, he said that he mentioned the League of Women Voters, and that led us to question whether he was representing them
Right.
or he was doing it on his own. And that's when he told us he was doing it on his own.
Right.
I thought
Right.
that was I mean, he did reference them, but and that raised the red flag to us. Well, are you representing them or what? And that's when he told us he was not representing them.
Right.
So So I don't think right now there's anything else on community engagement. But if y'all could reach out to your churches and get back and let us know if they're willing to let us come in. That would be wonderful. And so the next thing that we need to talk about that needs to be added as an agenda item going forward is the report. So Donna sent out an email with a revised outline for the report. Did everybody get a chance to see that email?
I didn't
Yes.
see that. I didn't see that email.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I gotta go look for it then.
Yes.
Okay, so everybody needs to look at that email. And if you have not already selected an area to prepare a draft for, then you need to do that. If you have selected an area to prepare a draft for, and you haven't prepared the draft yet, then you need to do that as well.
Mhm.
When did you send this email?
Marie, if you scroll
Thursday?
down,
Thursday?
if you scroll down, Marie, on your screen,
Here it is.
I'll just go in
It was
was
on
it
Thursday.
Thursday?
All right, I'll go in and put your name. It'll pull up. Okay.
Yeah, Thursday evening.
All right.
This is her email.
Okay.
This is the report outline. So if you have comments on the report outline, you need to provide those comments. And just to reiterate, if you haven't already picked an area that you could prepare a draft in, you should do that.
I know I've seen this in the past, but I don't recall seeing it in an email on June 9th. Can somebody please send the June 9th to me?
Sure.
Thank you.
Okay.
I just sent it to y'all.
Okay. Thank you.
So today is Saturday. If everybody could let me know by Monday, what area you're willing to take, if you haven't already taken an area. And if by, I'm gonna say Thursday, we could have drafts. I know, Kashana and Connie have already submitted some drafts.
I might have to revise mine.
No,
No?
no,
Well,
just,
I looked at it once, but I didn't, I need to look at what you and Kashana submitted.
we
again.
already talked about it. Connie and
Yeah.
I did. Connie needs to do another section, a new
Yeah.
one altogether. There was overlap.
Yeah,
Right.
with her and Kashana.
Mhm.
Right.
Right. So,
And Adrian. So, that's, and I think I said in the directions, if you pick when you pick a section, copy all so that everyone knows that they'll know if a section has already been chosen, which is kind of what happened with the three of them.
mhm.
Okay. All right, anything else on that? Does anybody have any comments, questions, area of discussion you would like on anything else?
Yes, I would like to discuss that we are going to be meeting on the 30th. And then right after that is the holiday, July the 4th. I plan to be going out of town to go down to DC to visit with my father, who's 85 years old and living in hell's. But anyway, I won't. So we need to talk about what are our plans as far as working around the holidays. Is everybody planning to continue to meet on July the 2nd, or people have plans for the holidays, or what? Because I do, and I know I won't be. I mean, I can do the Zoom meetings, but we need to talk because it appears that we're going to be working on this project for a little longer into July. So I just want you to know that I do have plans to travel out of town, and I'll probably be gone about a week, maybe two, depending on how my father's doing.
Okay. Anybody else have travel plans for that weekend?
Not at the moment.
Not at the moment.
Yes, I'll be gone the 2nd and the 3rd and the 4th.
Well, the 2nd is a Saturday, the 3rd is a Sunday, and the 4th is the Monday.
It's a holiday. Mhm.
Right.
So are we doing a Zoom meeting on the 2nd, or are we gonna stick to our schedule? I mean, I'll be down there. I'll be able to do it.
I would say that as of right now, I would say the second meeting, the meeting for July 2nd is still in play.
Okay,
But as we get closer, it's possible we may cancel it, but for right now, I think it has to stay in play.
okay. Well, I know I'll be gone at least a week, maybe two, depending on my father's health. He has Alzheimer's. Anyway, our family is dealing with some issues with him, so.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so we'll leave that meeting in play for right now, and like over the next couple of weeks, we'll figure out if we still need to have it on that day. Does anyone have anything else?
The only other thing, I will need to be excused from the meeting next Saturday,
That,
the 18th.
Okay.
next Saturday, that's the 18th, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Juneteenth.
So are we gonna meet before the Juneteenth celebration?
Oh, brother, that's right.
Are
Oh,
we gonna
that's a
meet?
good
That's right.
question.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
we probably will. Yes.
Well, okay, well, I probably can join the meeting, and then right after the meeting, I'll go down to the Juneteenth to start getting the tables and stuff set up.
Okay.
So I'll work it that way. Okay, I can do both. Yeah, I can join the meeting, and then once the meeting is over, then I'll go down to do what I have to do to help set up for the Juneteenth.
Okay, sounds good. If there is nothing else, I will entertain a motion that we adjourn.
I move that we adjourn the meeting.
I second.
Okay, everybody.
Okay, it has been properly moved and second that the meeting be adjourned. If there is not any discussion or comment, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, everyone have a wonderful day. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Okay, you too.
Okay.
Take
Aye.
care.
All right, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Have a
Bye,
good
be
one.
safe.
All
All
right.
right.
No second meeting, right?